drops and it closes.
No.
Well, you can call it Tutti Frutti or Fruity Pebbles.
Show him the video.
Well, it's actually my YouTube channel. Is what I'm doing. So I'm a YouTuber, and I like going around doing different antique stuff.
Right, right.
Antique shops and all that. Just
yeah, that's gonna be YouTube. We just
Yeah.
experienced a freaking ghost opening, closing the door.
We just experienced
right at
the
the
air
end.
conditioner turning on and off. But okay, it makes good YouTube.
that was the air conditioner.
We don't have AC. My dad turned off the AC.
You have AC at your thermostat.
No, I'm burning up in here.
Your air conditioning's on right now. Yeah.
Okay, it was the wind, but I really think something just happened.
It was a ghost.
It's
You
got
want to hear the real story of a real ghost?
yes.
Okay. So, we have a ghost named Ruby. I'll prove it to you.
Okay. Let me see. Hold on.
This is Ruby right here.
Ruby.
Ruby. She's our ghost
Okay.
that actually lives here. Why we call her a ghost? Well, in the years, that used to be the cottage, which is now, it used to be a courthouse, now it's a cottage.
Okay, someone's actually coming in now.
Yeah. But Ruby is a ghost that
Uh-huh.
lives here,
Uh-huh.
and we've been having a lot of experience with this ghost.
Okay.
Sometimes she'll open the door and close the door, just like the way she did right now.
Yep.
If she feels negative energy, she'll have a painting flying and tapping the head. I mean, Judy can tell you more about it inside the cottage.
Okay.
She was this ghost that we actually, another thing about her that we found
Uh-huh.
was a bunch of little artifacts
Okay.
that we have right here.
Right.
This is her items. You see a poison, you see the makeup brush, her little
Yeah.
teacup. This was all hers.
Okay.
Now the cottage used to be, when my parents bought this place in the year 2007,
Uh-huh.
in the year 2008 I brought a couple of my friends from college.
Okay.
And this was mostly a house, original house, where you had the kitchen, this was the living room, where you had the fireplace, then the entrance that is now closed, like the mid-century modern,
Uh-huh.
that was the porch where you go outside,
Yeah.
and then so it was mostly like a house. This is actually a real house,
Okay.
where you had the closet, the bed, the master's bedroom, the bed, so there was like a bedroom here, bedroom there, closet, bathroom. Then we all renovated this. Now we have 14 different dealers that actually put in their items. One of the dealers is Ed. He's the toy guy,
Oh yeah.
which is right here.
Right. And I was seeing some of the toys which I fell in love with because some of these I remember playing with when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was like 4, 5, and 6 years old.
And this used to be what they call the Florida room, or because of the sun. That's why this is where the lights are on.
Right.
Okay. Then, of course, this is the entrance. This is the kitchen. Original floors. So once in a while, you will experience Ruby.
Oh.
Ruby is present.
Okay.
He's a little ghost that, the scary part is, I would say like 6 years ago, we had a real big incident in this store.
Oh.
Where one time we had the market outside, which is basically the Nokomis Art Market, which is at the cottage, it's an art gallery, where you'll have tons of people outside, and they'll sell their artists or sell their items, and we'll have music playing with spritz and wine and great time singing. I mean, it's like a little festival outside,
Yeah.
which we have every month. Well, because of COVID, we kind of shut that down.
Shut it down, right.
Right? Because to prevent the
Social
people.
yeah.
Because once people come in, there's no social distance because everybody gets together, everybody talks,
yeah.
everybody buy in. And sometimes we'll have like the max of people outside on the festival be like 32 people.
Oh wow.
Staging, putting the
yeah.
items out, and there are a bunch of different artists that do their own cool stuff, really unusual stuff that you've never seen, because every human is unique. Every human has their own style. Every person decorates their own way of what life gives them, and they just use it as during that time, the door was closed, everybody left. The camera was on. We always have a camera in this store to see what's going on,
Right.
to prevent thief or
Someone stealing
stuff.
something. Yeah.
We have cameras all over the rooms. One of the cameras pointed out a flying squirrel. At first, we did not know it was a flying squirrel. It looked like a squirrel, an owl, flying and going through the fireplace. So my dad, who's the boss, said,
Right.
"Oh, probably had an owl that came from the fireplace catching a squirrel." But we did not know because the way it flew, it touched the whole thing flying, then scattering through here. Then we had a lamp, which is the Dolly Orna lamp, which was a Tiffany lamp.
Okay.
It was worth $1,200.
Oh.
It was in one of the rooms. The squirrel probably knocked it, broke it, and suddenly you see an orb. You know,
Yeah. No. Or.
flying, going this way, coming from this wall. This is the wall that the orb came at night. It was 3 a.m.
Oh my.
Going through the floor, all around, chasing the poor squirrel. So it went
Oh.
this way, going this way, then goes back to the other side, and suddenly next day the squirrel dies, and the squirrel died here. That's where the squirrel died, right next to the umbrella stand.
Okay.
Trying to probably get out,
Yeah.
because we gave him food, we gave him water. Nothing happened to the squirrel. We tried to find the squirrel. It came out a really bad mess. Another incident happened. In this room, my dad was talking to somebody, and it smelled like urine, like someone
Pee. Yeah.
Billy dying
Ew.
right here. And the sense was coming towards where I sit and where he sat. It was a sense, and it was standing there for like a minute. It just
these are so
Wow.
vanished. No more urine sense.
cast iron
So,
housing items.
I mean,
Okay.
as you can see, Ruby is here.
Yeah.
She likes to play games. She
I'd
likes
love to get
to,
some photos.
see her presence.
Yeah.
And what you just saw is probably Ruby that just opened the door and left. Or came to the store. Or,
Came into the store or left the store?
one or the other. As you were standing,
Yeah.
she opened the door, or could have been she left the door.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. We probably won't see again, likely. But it was just a weird coincidence or weird thing that just happened.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got it on tape. I think I got it on tape. It was around the 23-minute mark
Right.
on here. So I'll have to go back and see if I got it on there when I go back to edit and everything. But
Right.
that was cool. Thanks for telling me those.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for telling me about the history.
No, of course.
Um,
And this is an older house. In Florida, it was a slave port. So if you go to Suffolk Hills, there's a bunch of houses.
That was me. I'm just screwing with you guys. You guys do know that the wind pressure makes a difference. It's gonna be a great YouTube video.
It's not
So
the-
this is the toy guy, Ed.
Okay.
This is his items. He can tell you more about it.
Yes, definitely.
Hi,
Hey, Ed.
I'm a toy collector and a dealer here. But I think you guys are causing trouble. You're stirring trouble up where there shouldn't be. But anyways, the toys are kind of my scrubs. I run antiquetoys.com, and these are the items that are like at the bottom of the boxes or the
Yeah.
bottom of the collection.
Yeah.
And I put them out here for a lot of the fixed income folks that have a smaller budget.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of the gallery items though are on my site.
So I was looking at this tricky action locomotive here.
Right,
What
right.
is that? It's for sale.
It's just a plastic toy by Marx. Lewis Marx was the biggest company for the 1940s, 50s, and 60s.
Oh wow.
And in that era, Marx, M-A-R-X, ended up making items in the U.S., and then he later made items in Japan because everybody started to learn exports are cheaper.
Oh yeah,
Companies make more money off of exports. And that's the Marx logo.
that's his logo. Okay.
It's a goofy little elf with a Marx in the middle of his belly. But this, it's just totally a humble toy. This is at the time where they tried to get smaller and smaller and smaller toys.
Oh yeah.
So it's a battery-powered train,
Right.
and with a packing insert.
Looks- Yeah.
So, this might have cost, I'd say 75 cents or so.
I was about to say it wouldn't cost that much.
No, but as opposed to that, if somebody wanted to get, I don't know, let's say some of these pressed steel toys, they'd be double that.
Well, yeah, the steel ones are more
Yeah.
because they price them more, and
It costs a lot less to ship plastic than steel for sure.
yeah, and that's the other reason is, and I really was eyeing this also. This I'm a big train fanatic.
Oh, okay.
I love trains, any
Yeah.
type. I mean, this wind. I didn't even
The
see this
Disney
wind up.
train's really killer.
Which one?
This is a Disney train.
Oh, that is the Disney train.
Yeah. See, this is Marx or Linmar, and I'll check the markings.
Oh, careful with that thing. That is cool.
Yeah. So this
yeah,
is
Casey
made in
Jr.
USA. It's Marx.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's when they experimented with plastic and wood,
Okay.
which would be just post-war, but they still had a lot of production ready for tin.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What happened to the?
I'll turn it around? Go ahead.
Oh yeah. What happened to the wheels? Did the wheels just they
Um,
did not come with it, or did it just break? Or?
I don't think they put wheels on this one, because on a flat surface it cantilevers. See how it waggles?
Yeah.
They wanted it to waggle,
Okay.
so they have it roll around and waggle like a centipede.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
kind of neat.
Yeah, and it's got the wind up toy. It looks like
Yeah.
the wind up.
Yep, the front's wind up.
So it.
This is one of those items where you're like, it should sell really quick.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'll pop it on the ground for fun.
Okay.
See, I will. This is what you always run into
Yeah.
with old toys. You're like, I want to help it. So see how it
Yeah.
turned a little bit? And so on a better surface, it can really take off.
I'm gonna say. I don't think it would take off on this tile floor, but
Well, it did, but then it runs into something. So
Yeah. just goes
Yeah.
in a big circle. But I mean, that's cool. And then I got the silver liner, the Zephyr
Mhm.
train.
That's a fun one for sure.
It looks like it'd just be like one of those collector's items. It's like
It
you
is.
wouldn't want to play.
It's a Schilling. It's made by Schilling,
Okay.
and it's based off of Marx toys.
Okay.
But it was made about 20 years later, so that people could afford it.
Oh yeah.
So
Um.
that's what I always say. There are a lot of different price points.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know why, but like the antiques,
Mhm.
I don't know how I got into looking at stuff like that, but
There's a lot of history to learn.
that's what I like is
That's
history.
part of it, yeah.
I like the history. But yeah,
Like here's a neat little 10 train.
yeah. There's the trolley. That reminds me of Main Street USA at Disney.
Yeah,
Trolley.
it's real cool.
Have that, and then you have just little seat cars. And what are these exactly? The little train in the box here.
That again, you sort of get different price points. This is a more of a commemorative item of the scale logos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for $5 though, not 45,
Oh,
$4.50. So
Oh,
just
okay.
a cheaper,
That's what I was
cheaper
reading.
price point, probably made in the 70s or 80s.
Oh wow.
But they're actually better detailed than some of the original
Yeah. See, I like.
cast iron.
Yeah. See, I like those type of
Yeah,
trains. It's got the wind up as well.
right.
You can probably wind that up and put it on.
Absolutely. And this one's, I think, what do I have it marked? Yeah, I was
oh,
thinking it might be Ives, frankly. Very
Yeah,
early
yeah,
American Flyer.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have it
So this is
85.
an American Flyer cast iron,
Oh yeah.
which is really nice.
I used to have an American Flyer train set, Lionel by Lionel,
Yeah.
and
Flyer and Lionel got together for a while.
yeah. Oh, I can't remember how long it's been since I've had that train. I got it for Christmas one year.
Uh-huh.
I think when I was like 12.
Oh, neat.
And so, or 10 or 12, I forget how old I was, but I had one of those, and I mean, I ran that thing literally till it died.
A lot of people really like their toys,
Yes.
especially their trains.
Oh yeah, trains were big though back in the 80s anyway, when they first
the
came
80s,
out.
They were big because the guys that missed out when they were young children in the 20s and 30s,
Yeah,
they started to have this nostalgia
yeah,
where they couldn't quench their nostalgia. They just had to have it. Like what they couldn't afford as a kid, they circled back around
yeah.
when they sunsetted and retired, and so they wouldn't buy one, they'd buy like 100 trains.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
so we get lots of them. We had tons of them in the 80s
Oh yeah,
that were being bought and sold for stupid prices, and now things have totally calmed down. So
Yeah.
trains are pretty good value at this point.
I was about to say they're probably up in price and about
Yeah.
the trains and everything, but yeah, they have. Trying to think of what?
I was just like, oh, this is Beethoven.
Oh, yeah. And then I had.
figure it's the fifth of the night. I think it's the ninth. I'm geeky.
And I wonder if there's.
He's still freaked out about the door. He's looking
You
at the
guys are
door.
goofballs.
You're looking at the door. I'm not looking.
What happens when you run air over an airplane wing?
Nothing. It's still.
What happens when an airplane sitting on the ground in a hurricane goes to air, or a tornado, or just a really big gust of wind goes over the airplane wing? What happens? Can you answer that? It ties into the shape of an airplane wing.
The triangle? I don't know.
No,
what
it's
type of-
the airplane wing is shaped
It's like a.
here.
Gosh.
All right. Here's your. See, I used to be a teacher, so all right.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So what happens when air flows over an airplane wing at speed? Is that path quicker, or is this path quicker?
No, the bottom one
Bottom.
because it goes straight through. The air circulates.
Right.
Go.
So when you go if this is like, let's say 100, this is 100, right? This is 100 miles per hour. But this one has to go like 120 miles per hour to go over it real fast. And you create lift. The pressure goes low. So you lift. So your answer is the plane lifts because of the wing. The pressure above the wing is low, so it helps create lift. And so if you have a plane sitting in place and you run it through an air tunnel, it'll start to take off. Because that's the same as going down a runway really quickly, where your plane does what? It starts to take off, right?
Because of the pressure.
So you guys just had wind going over the roof of your building, which created a low pressure and sucked air in and did weird things with pressure. So your door opened up.
The door was closed.
When
The
you
door
had-
was closed shut.
No, it wasn't. I was looking at it. It was just barely, it was on the latch. So you had air going over your roof really fast. The pressure changed. It opened up. And then the air conditioning kicked on and it sucks all the air out. And then it closed back up. You can call it Ruby. I don't care.
The door was shut, closed.
The door was shut because I shut it when I
We're
came
on
in.
a windy
Complete-
day, so when the wind is racing by your house, your cottage, it's changing the pressure, and then you have the air conditioning switch on and off, which changes the pressure.
However,
Science.
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
Historic.
exactly.
This house is historic.
It's
So,
historic.
Are you Catholic?
I'm not.
Are you Protestant?
Yes.
Okay. What would Protestantism say about the occult? It would say that it's against God's will and it's not godly, right?
True.
So, are you saying historically it's true, or are you saying historically it's true, but that's against your religion, or are you saying historically it's false, which follows with your religion?
I mean, historically, I mean,
So
it would
she has
be-
this problem. Are you believe in the occult, yet you're Catholic?
Yeah.
So that means you have an absolute conflict with your belief system. Now, is that the case with you too?
I mean,
Oh, okay. Do you believe in ancient aliens that came to that came to the whole world?
I do
believe
not-
it's quite possible,
no.
but I'm just trying to get a yes/no answer out of him.
no for the aliens. No for, I mean, I'm not
asking
saying
about the occult. Do you believe in the occult?
in the occult.
Which would be Ruby and Spooks.
Where was Ruby?
I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe like it was,
Right.
but it's always just to kind of have fun to think,
Okay.
oh, maybe it's.
So you're chalking it up to fun. That's cool.
It's more fun than I'm thinking, oh my word, we actually have a ghost in this house.
We actually did have a ghost, and we still do have a ghost in this house. Do me a favor. Talk to the cottage people.
Okay.
See if Judy's there. Where's this case and I'll talk
Where are
to
they
Heidi.
at? Where are they at?
In that little white door, Ruby's door.
Ruby's door? Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to Heidi. She can tell you more about Ruby. Tell her about the history of Ruby, and she can tell you everything. First case scenario, if you come back tomorrow, talk to Judy Light, and she can tell you the whole history of Ruby.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And she can really tell you the real story of Ruby versus this guy.
I'm not talking about Ruby. I'm talking about you had air pressure, all right?
He was talking about toys. He was talking about the toys, which I was interested in.
Yeah.
Where is she? She
Right
just.
there.
She's in the art cottage.
Art
Just walk in that door.
Oh, okay.
The
Just.
door's open.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you later.
$6.50 and then 30% off would be okay, or
Very nice.
$5.50.
Yeah.
$4.50? No.
This is-
Okay. This is number one, this is returns. And just call it out, right? Swimming line. I forgot. And the other thing is, you did send me, the name and the price for the pictures from, what is the pink, from, Ghana.
Sorry about that. Later.
The flamingos, yeah. $4.50. Just flamingos, huh? Okay. Okay, I think that's all I need to know. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, tell me how much. I don't have them, I threw it out. No tax. Okay. Okay, I will do that. Okay, thank you for the customer.
Hello.
Hello. We really don't like you to take pictures.
Oh, okay.